Today, I'm going to show you how to make a tech house drop similar to the one in the Sponges tune Space Funk 75. Coming at you. Yo, it's Thomas Anthony from FinishBetterMusic.com, where we believe great producers aren't born, they're trained. And today, I'm going to be recreating a drop similar to the one from tech house powerhouses, the Sponges. Their music is simple, but deep down, every sound is carefully crafted and processed to sound full and powerful. I'm going to be using Ableton, but you can follow along in any DAW. Now, the guys over at Excellent Sound sent me over their new Technically House pack to play around with, and I'll be using a ton of samples and patches from this pack. If you like the sounds being used, definitely head on over to ExcellentSound.com and pick up the sample pack. In this video, we're going to go over the arrangement of the original, why it pops off so much, what kind of sounds they use, and then get right into recreating the drop. And you're going to learn how to recreate the bass, the drums, the synths, the effects, so that you can take everything that you learn and apply it to your own music. Now, consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this every week, and I'd appreciate you if you hit the like button because it really does help the algorithm show this video to a bunch of people. Now, there's also a link down in the description below for our free FBM sample packs, project files, and PDF guides. One of them being a release-ready checklist. This details like the 3 most important things to get right before releasing your music. Now, if you want to go deeper with me, consider checking out our music mentoring program at FinishBetterMusic.com. We've helped our students finish music that's gained hundreds of thousands of streams, been supported by artists such as Tiesto, Chammy, and Marshmello, and had their music signed to labels such as Confessions, Monster Cat, and Revealed Recordings. There's a link in the description below where you can check out exactly what the program consists of, what our students have accomplished, and how to apply. Okay, let's get into the song. Okay, let's jump right into the arrangement and talk about why this is such a banging track. Obviously, these guys are killing it, and a big part of why they're killing it so hard is because their sounds sound so thick and full. The songs are very simplistic. There's not a ton of stuff going on with it, but the sounds are just big, thick, juicy, and very wide. There's lots of wide sounds in there. So basically, this has a space funk. There is some funky elements in it. Now they have this main pattern, and lots of tech house has the same kind of groove going. They have the main do 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 going on, filtered throughout the breakdown, and then it comes in. It's just kind of like the resolution. You're like anticipating it, and it comes in hard with some funky sounds on the drop. So we can hear do 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 do. Then we have some funk guitars and stuff. Cool little effects, a little riser up in there, and then this like pre-chorus from like an old school funky song, and then basically it just gets into a very simple pattern, a rhythmic pattern, but there's multiple sounds going on here. So it's like, and then it goes on. I'm not going to play too much of it because I don't want to get copyrighted. And at the ends of the bars, so fucking good. So there's very simple sounds. This just goes off on the dance floor. It's mostly because it's thick, it's simple. Those are the songs that do the best. Let's get right into remaking it. So first things first, I'm going to go into this awesome new pack that Excellent Sound sent me over, Technically House. Go into the kicks. Whoa, dumb kicks. I'm going to kind of go into a punchy kick. Now, another part of this song is it's an 11A, which is F sharp minor. Probably my favorite key. I love F and the F sharp just above it. It gives it that nice combination between the low, super sexy sub and the juicy kind of like upper harmonics. This is honestly my favorite key. I just love the F sharp note. It just sounds so sick. So we want to find, it doesn't have to be an F sharp, but it is a good idea to have. A kick that is in the same key. That sounds pretty good. I like that one. It's in F sharp. Let's use it. Bing, bang, boom. Now I'm just gonna look in here. I don't like to make my kicks go past the kind of halfway point. So this actually looks like a dope kick. So let's go. Let's get 8 bars of this. We'll loop this mama jamma. Boom. And then I like to reference, claps don't really matter. You can choose whatever you kind of want. But it's nice to reference what kind of claps they got going on here. So they have a very short clap. It's like with not lots of reverb on it. So let's go into the claps. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect. Okay. And a big thing about house, specifically tech house, is that the clap actually goes right on the note here, or on the kick drum, the same as the kick drum. Some songs will move it a little bit forward to give that like more of electro housey feel, but I'm just going to loop this just to see how this sounds. Now I'm going to just tailor off. I like to take away some of that reverb. I like that sound too. And a good thing to do is to get these packs. Like, I love using these guys as stuff, but get these packs if you don't really know what you're doing with making tech house sounds, so that, because these are all the sounds in it, you can start making your own stuff right away. It makes it so much easier. Let's even dial that in a little bit more. Boom, that sounds sick. Now, they don't do much more with their percussion. They don't really have a lot of crazy stuff going on. They actually put a clap. So we'll take all of this, and we can see by the transient there that they have just another extra clap in there, and there's going to be stuff filtered or sprinkled in throughout the track. Now let's listen. What kind of hat are they using? It sounds like a closed hat. It's probably an open hat, actually, now that I'm listening to how closed these hats are. Open hat. I like that one. Let's put this in my little hat section. And that's something we teach in the mentor program, is how to set up an Ableton template into the most efficient workflow, because my workflow is on motherfucking point, son. Hell yeah. But let's check this out. Oh, I thought that sounded... Now, I want to actually just tailor this in a little bit, because I think it's a little bit too long. That might be a little bit too short. And I actually might even just give it the short long approach. The short long approach. Short long. Boom, 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 boom. So another thing we can do too is see exactly where they got their hi-hats going on, and it looks like they might have staggered a little bit. So another little trick that I like to do is to go over here to this thing, and I'll just drag it back a little bit. That should be good. So that's our drums pretty much done. Now let's move into the bass. So first of all, we know that this is in F sharp minor. So it's a good idea to put, to bring in a little MIDI pattern, and to make sure that all the notes that you're using are F sharp. Now, like, I have all these set up already, so I know what kind of notes. So typically what I'll start to do is just to get the rhythm of the pattern. So I'll start with just the root note, and I have no idea what any of these notes are. So I'm just going to listen. So I can hear it goes do-do. I'm just going to go do-do. Do-do. Oops. Do-do, do-do, do. Do-do, do-do. And then it goes dun-dun. And then it's like, it's pretty much the same thing as that. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I think like that. Is that right? This one's wrong. Oh, this one is moved over. Dun 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 dun. And I think that is repeated. And let's bring this up because I think this is longer. I'm just going to duplicate my drums here. So it goes, and this one sounds like a long note there. And if you're getting any value out of this, please hit the like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. It'd be awesome if more people saw this because I love showing more people how to do this stuff. Now here's a little bit of a little switch up here. So it goes dun 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 dun, but then on this long note, looks like this note kind of ends right here. And there seems to be a little bit of a note right there. And we can always just zoom in and see what the transients. But undone. And there's some other stuff kind of going on there that we can kind of mess around. So this is the first step I like to do with all my bass lines, is just get the rhythm going down. So we got a nice rhythm going down. Now we can slap something like Serum into... Did that not work? Why do you not work? Oh, I had all my things set up, but now I don't know why they're not set up like that. I had this shortcut thing going on, and now it's not working. That's just like technology. Where my Serum at? There we go.
So this guy hit me up on Tinder last night, and the first thing I did was check out his SoundCloud.
Not another shitty producer.
Yeah, you guessed it. His mixes were so unbalanced and weak.
Gross. He probably learned everything on YouTube. Such a turnoff.
Yeah, he had no idea how to compress his drums either.
I just wish more guys knew what they were doing in the studio.
Right? Guys who know exactly how much distortion to use. Oh, it turns me on so much.
It gets so wet when a guy can make a song that can keep me interested all the way to the end.
Oh my god, yes, there's nothing hotter than an interesting song and a mix that sounds good on every system.
Oh, it's probably not on. There we go. Shortcut, buddy. Hell yeah. Boom. Okay, now we'll go into this Technically House pack. Technically House. And we'll go into the basses. I just want to find... I'm literally just going to cycle through presets to see what... Nope. This is sounding like it's the wrong octave. There's so many cool sounds. This pack is actually ridiculous how many sounds there are in this pack. So we're looking for just kind of like a plucky bass. That one's cool. Turn the res down. That one's okay. Ooh, that one's cool. Let's turn the resonance down. Okay, I'm actually going to... I really like that sound, so I'm going to duplicate this. And this is my funnest part. This is the funnest part of making tunes. It's just going through presets. You're listening to sounds. You're like, that's sick. I'm going to use that later. Because there was a couple up here that I... This one's nice and simple. So a big thing of this is nailing the pluck down. So if we listen to the song, and this is where really listening to what the heck is going on in songs helps out a lot. We can hear that this first bit... So that's very thick and wide. It's a very saw wavy bass, and then it goes. Now we are going to turn the resonance down. There we go. Now one thing we got to do is make sure that our side chain is popping. Got to get your side chain popping. Boop a doop a doop boop boop boop. Okay, and we're gonna put the side chain on. And now, if we listen to this with the bass or with the drums, we have this. Throw some mother fudging saturation on it. Now, another thing that we can do too is we know that we have the rhythm right, and now the bass sounds okay. But as we hear here, so the stages that I like to do is get the rhythm down, then I pick a sound that sounds similar, and then I go into the melody of things. So if I listen to we listen back to the original, it doesn't sound like this. There's something happening. It's like do 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 do. So I have no idea what those notes are. I'm not very musically, like, I can't just tell what notes are. I can kind of tell it out, but using the process of deduction, I can probably just, let's see if it's A and G sharp. I mean, they're in the key. I mean, that sounds pretty banging. They might have used a note that isn't in the key. And they for sure did it. So they use this G here. So it goes. Boom, we did it. We just nailed it. Let's listen to that with the drums. With the drums. Sick. Okay, let's just go into Serum here. So again, this is excellent. This is just a CL bump. And we want to just maybe let's mess around with the attack and sustain. So let's give it a little bit more sustain. Sick. Now I actually really like this, the saw level, kind of just giving it the top end there. Now, this bass, if we listen to the original, is straight down the middle. So, and I don't want to do restless. And that's cool. We can maybe use that at the end. But I want to keep this part down the middle. So I'm going to duplicate this again. And we know that it goes do, 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 do. And then pretty much starting here is where the normal bass comes in. So this starts off. Sick. Now that sounds good. Now we can mess with this one. So we want to make this one wider. So this one sounds like, when we hear it, it's like, it's really like, so what we can do here is just give it a little bit more sustain, give it some dimension. Oh, that sounded sick. Maybe a little resonance. Now I'm really crushing it in here. This is okay. It might need something layered a little bit underneath it. Now, one thing we could do is smash it up with some... No, that sounds weird. Sounds weird. This is getting slammed into here. And I also like to put on some Camel Crusher. I just go into init preset. Init. Where is the init preset? Reload. Load preset, clear preset. There we go. Yeah, again, hit the like button, subscribe if you're loving this stuff. Also, you can go check me out. It would be really appreciated if you check me out on Instagram at It's Tom Anthony. Go over there. I have like questions that I ask every week. So, and I talk more about the business kind of stuff. Also, I answer all my DMs. So if you hit me up on here about a question, I usually can hit you back with a voice message. This talks about like all my music coming out. I have a bunch of music coming out, and then just updates on all the tutorials that I have coming out as well, along with highlights of parties and all my music stuff. I've got on some sweet labels, so you can follow along on my journey. It'd be really appreciated. I'm trying to post there every day on my stories. So yeah, go check me out. Okay, let's get back to this mother sucker. Turn this distortion on. I don't like this thing. It's getting too crushed. Yeah, that's the one we might just have to go with. So let's listen to this. Now their one's so much more thicker and juicy. So we'll use that for right now. But then let's check out some of these other patches here. Let's see what else we can kind of come up with. So come on. What's going on here? So I move this over here, and I'll delete this. So now I kind of have, because this is going to be my main bass, and then this is again where you're just trial and erroring things, trying to get things to work out. So what was this one? So do, so we can crank up. That's actually sick. Yo. So we could actually just chop out some of the lows here and see what happens when we layer these. It's okay, nothing super duper special. Again, let's keep on trucking. Let's get it poppin', poppin'. Okay, over here. Okay, we'll turn this bad boy off again, and then let's just kind of see what we got going on. We want to find something. I mean, that could sound cool too, to be honest. Just making things our own. Probably would keep that maybe for later. So again, just duplicate and move on. Duplicate and move on. I am changing the wrong one. Oh, this one's sick. Here we go. Boom. Now let's give it some. Now it has lots of the notes that we want. Let's see. I love that they give you these options just to kind of. Now, one thing, I am cranking up the dimension, which is actually going into the hyper thing and cranking that up. But one thing we want to be aware of is if you still need to have like the bass and mono, and that's something we like when we go through in the mentoring program. We talk about like how to mix things like professionally, like putting the whole mixing chain, mixing everything down. Because a big thing that you have to be aware of is obviously picking the right sounds. But then when you mix them, you want to have like this is basic information, but you want to have the low end straight down the middle. So there's certain tricks that you can use to get a wide bass, but it's mostly involves layering and a bunch of EQing and things like that. Now this is a cool sound. Let's maybe give it a little bit of hard curve. Yeah, that sounds sick. Let's try that out. Let's just go up an octave. Let's take this back. Now another cool thing to do is we want to kind of just give this like a high shelf. So I'm going to turn these bad boys off because we just want to give it. Now this is getting crazy over here. So yeah, that's actually sounding pretty sweet. Let's just duplicate this original track so we get the build up and all that good stoof. And boom, boom, boom. Let's turn this on. So we're like. Honestly, we could keep going with this because that's an okay sound. We want something like kind of mid-rangey. There actually might be something in here. Let's go into their bass lines because I do really like to use one shots. I'm a let's actually try, let's go into just this Vengeance ones for this. Let's go into synths, let's go to the basses. Just want to try this out. I don't know if this is going to work. Going to put in a little MIDI track here. Let's open this bad boy up. Let's go to my instruments. Let's get a sampler. Let's put this bad boy in. And we will put this, go back to here. This is in F. So we want to make this up to F. Dang, E, F. There we go. And let's bring this bad boy in here. Gosh darn it. So we just gotta maybe drop this down to the 2 so it understands it. There we go. This is kind of the sound that we're looking for. See, it's more of a sawy sound that kind of brings everything to up to thickness. So let's. What am I doing here? There we go. 0. Bring. And that's got lots of nice little bass on there. We could give it a little bit of reverb, but that's it. Let's turn this back. Now they don't have, they cut off some of the highs in it as we can. Just want to see if I can layer it maybe with something. Now that might be a little bit too loud. That one's kind of weird. I forgot about that one. Now what we could also do is just cut out some of the... And we definitely want to make sure this is an F, and we want to make sure that that sample is an F. And then of course we can give it some saturation. And because we're cutting the lows off of this and the highs off of this one, we could maybe give this one a little bit cut off some of his eyes. Still give it some saturation. And then layer it with this Mamma Jamma. I don't like this reverb on it, so we're going to turn that off. Maybe give it a... There we go. That sounds super nice. And then again, like I'm really just finicking with this. I am just messing around with this. I go into way more detail when I'm mixing stuff. Like I will precisely cut off and make sure that these are blended together. And this is again something we show in the measuring program. Like exactly how to layer stuff and to get things sounding popping, because I am just putting things together for a YouTube video right now. So if you want to go deeper with that, don't forget there's a link in the description, FinishBetterMusic.com. Okay, so now that we have this, let's see what else is popping over here. So we can see it goes, there's like a weird thing going on there. So again, we can just kind of duplicate this serum patch, just because we'll see what's actually happening here. Skiddly boop boop ba-doop boop. Okay, and then if we go into here, so it starts basically here, and it's probably going to be an F note because it's the root key. It's just a effects sound essentially. So it's just going beep. And then it ends kind of right there and goes. So a big thing of that is just like literally just finding like effect sounds. So let's go into here, see if we can find some fizzly effects. It could be a chord too, it could be a synth. Let's see what kind of effects we got some big raz. That's cool. I'm actually gonna put this in because I like this sound. It's a squishy feeks. I am dyslexic, squirry freaks. So that's cool sound. I just put a little effects in there. And we can just... Now we do want to remember in these things, I'm just keeping everything in one group, but when I go into mixing, I really detail exactly what groups I kind of put things in and how to organize the project so that it doesn't sound just like a cluster fudge. Let's cut the loads out of this one. Let's hear how this sounds. Now what else do they got? They got the do. I think there's a crash on there. There's like a quick crash on there, so we'll go into here. We'll get a crash, drums. Cymbals, crash. Now they have a very aggressive crash, and they also, when they're doing their crash here, it's just a very simple crash. So I like personally longer crashes. I think they sound cool. But let's make a thing. We'll give it some reverb, and. Now, I like that sound, but let's actually go into it and have it going up a little bit more because it sounds cool. Cool, that sounds really, really cool. We're going to dial back on this saturation. Sweet. And then we do want to... I'm actually going to bring this up to medium E. And also maybe put on this bad boy, the Camel Crusher. I'm talking like that because I don't know. So we'll get that in there. Let's put this crusher on there just to bring up some of the harmonics of that bass. Oh yeah, that's popping through. I don't even think this is on, so... That's cool. Again, I would dial this in, and I'm going to cut off some of the highs because I don't think we need all those. We just want that fat bass. And then again, it's just the last little bit. They have their like honky tonk, badonkadonk, whatever that is. This being like... Okay, let's move on to the next section. And again, like this, I'm just remaking a track, but if you want help with your music to like if you're having trouble with the creative bits and you don't know how to make it interesting from start to finish, you can obviously go over to my like SoundCloud or my Spotify and check out some of the music that I've made. And I've been signed to like Confessions and DimMac and some good, really, really good labels. So I know lots of strategies, and I've taught all our students strategies to make interesting music from start to finish. And that's something I'm super proud of. And if you're having trouble with that, definitely hit us up. And our mentoring program, it's like the full package. We go into, again, making sure your song sounds badass from start to finish, then going into like the mixing process, so mixing down every single element, showing the processing chain that goes on every single element, then mixing the drums or the groups, and then the group processing. Then we go into mixing all the groups together, and then finalizing the mix, making sure everything sounds full, balanced, and detailed. And then we go into showing you the whole mastering process that I master all my tracks. Yeah, it's awesome. Really, 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 really good program. You can check out all the you can check out everything on basically over at FinishBetterMusic.com. You can check it all out. There's like videos on here. It explains the program more detail, some little bit of stories, what the whole program consists of. So it's just like the system. Should we show you the steps in the right order, support, and then accountability structures, and then how to join. And then you can check out what all our students have to say. We've gotten 100% positive reviews from everybody. They've been signed to this guy was signed to Monster Cat. Another guy was signed to Confessions, or had a track signed to Confessions. Another guy, this guy, where's he, Jacka? He has, I actually have a song coming out with him, and his music has like over 300,000 plays on Spotify since finishing the program. So some badasses coming out here. I'm building this team strong, and I'm homies with all these guys. There's just, you can learn everything about it. And also on Finish Better Music, you can check out our free resources. So if you want to go deeper, we got some free breakdowns, sample packs, and user guides. And if you want to join the program, just fill it out, fill out the application, and we'll give you some feedback on your music and see exactly how we can help you. If you're a good fit for the program, just fill out all this information. We'll get back to you, set up a time to kind of discuss all that, and then we can choose to make a decision whether to work together or not. All right, let's get busy back into this shiznits. I don't know why I'm talking like Snoop Dogg today. Okay. Now this sounds like a different sound here, and then this is just a vocal sample chopped up. So I don't really have any vocal samples for this kind of tune. So fucking good. And then the end bit is just a sample from whatever they kind of decided to put in there, and they took out the drums here. But to make this a little bit more interesting and to give it some style in and of ourselves, we can start to add cool things over top of this. Now they obviously. Their sounds super fat and it's mixed and mastered. I'm not super sold on this sound. It's okay. It's not amazing. This actually might be better. It's a little bit deeper. It also is the D. So we'll give this the D. We'll bring this down to here. Now let's listen to this. Now this actually might be good. I actually like that one a lot better just by itself, so let's just see how Now they are doing a lot of stuff, so we can go into Serum and we can get some Serum effects. I think that's in my audio units over here into X for Serum. Oh, do I not have Serum effects? Some of them. So if on my other computer I do have Serum effects on there, and I would make this like pretty wide. I'd put dimension expansion on here. Oh, I think I can do that actually here with dimension expansion, just to give it a little bit more poppy. Actually sounds good. Now, again, so to spice things up a bit, we can start putting some cool effects everywhere. So, again, I'm going to do this just inside of inside this one group that we got kind of going on here. But why is that not working? I don't know why my shortcut thing isn't working. Let's get Serum in here. Okay, so yeah, we'll just go into the technically sound and then go into let's go to some of these bubbly things. See what we got going on here. Usually I just take a single note just like this bad boy and kind of slap it in there. We just want the root note because that'll go nicely with things. That's pretty cool. Probably wouldn't use that sound. It's kind of... Now I definitely like lasers. Let's bring it down a notch. Things like this. We definitely want all that reverby tail to be chopped off so there's no low end bits. That kind of fills things out a bit. And again, I'm just going to duplicate this and maybe add some other cool sounds in here. So that actually I might put here so that right when it pops up, it just has like a nice, like, it ties into that section nicely. The heck? Oh, these are risers. Oh, these actually could be cool here. So we can maybe put that there. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I would 100% use that. Just maybe that in like a third section to give it some, just some cool additive effects to it. But we'll take that out of there. Let's see what we got going on here still. White noise. Kind of video gamey. I don't know if I'd use that. Oh, that's pretty cool though. Make this one a little bit longer. Yeah, I'd probably get something like that there. Yeah, I'd actually bring... I like how that's going. I like that sound right there. Put something like that there. Cool. Let's keep going. Let's see what else we can get up in this. So let's bring this bad boy duplicated and bring it over here because I still kind of want a cool sound here going over top. Cool sound. That's pretty cool. And I can put something like that at the end of the bar here and just have it stop right there. Oh, maybe stop right there. Just to kind of give those end bits a little bit more interest in there. I'm still looking for a cool sound to kind of put in the beginning of the song. But if this, and like, this is where knowing your samples and everything comes into play, because I can go into here, just go into effects, see what they got going on here. Okay, love that. Love that. Okay, put that there. That's pretty sweet. Also super sweet. What else we got in here? Cool. Just throwing random effects in here. We can... let's leave that one right there. But that sounds pretty cool. Riser sweeps down. Can also throw these bad boys in, put my thing down, flip it and reverse it, reverse, and then you got a nice cool little riser thingy going on there. Slap that bad boy in there. Okay. Cool. What other sounds do we got in here? Oh, we got some one shots, and then again, like, oh, there's some brass one shot. I'm also a big fan of brass stabs. You can get a Fisher on. I like reversing stabs in here too. So I think this is a cool place right here because we have the dun 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 dun. It ends on that one, the root note. So we can kind of have this going like right there just to fill in some space and make this nice. And then give it some saturation. We're going to cut out the Lizzos and give it some reverb. Maybe even start this here just to make it cool. I think this is double enough. Yeah, we do not. Let's maybe make a different one here. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let me drop it. Probably nothing there. Yeah, and then we'll maybe move this one into here. And this one to here, and just turn this down. So let's check this out. Also, I'm just going to, to keep everything kind of the same, I am going to just put all of this into a limiter. That is a cool sound. And then maybe let's put this one, because this one's shorter. Well, let's put this kind of at the end here to finish this off. This is the only one I would definitely spend more time on. I'm not going to go too much into it right now, but this is what I would spend a ton of time on. And then, yeah, that is pretty much it. That is... so if you want to go deeper on this, if you want to learn how to make your own song and just get it sounding interesting, and then learn all the skills so that you can take them and then keep applying those, keep getting them better and better and better with every song that you make, consider checking out the mentoring program. Again, FinishBetterMusic.com.